Hi friends, it's Joe from Backwoods Fern, and today I just wanted to talk. I'm a mess. Okay. Hi friends, it's Joe from Backwoods Fern, and today I want to talk to you about 25 things that I'm not going to be buying in 2025. This is to go along with my no buy, low buy 2025. You guys ready for what I'm not going to buy in 2025? Okay, first things first. This may come to a shock for some of you all, but I'm not going to buy any canning jars. Okay, I have the last several years, even though I have obviously a lot of canning jars, I still needed to buy more jars because a lot of my jars were still full. And so I've used up quite a few of them because last year when I was really sick, I didn't get a can as much. And so I've been using up more of my surplus. So this year I plan on filling a lot of these jars back up. So this year I will not be buying any canning jars. I have plenty rings, as you can see, but I may need to buy some tips, but I won't be buying any jars. The next thing I'm not buying in 2025 is gardening seeds because I have saved so many over the years. Plus, I have a whole tote full sitting over here on the shelf. I have in the freezer, I have a tote full. And then I'm not planning on planting a lot of different varieties of things, just things. This year I'm not going to go like head on into the garden again because I'm trying to just like build myself back up. So I'm just going to do my tried and true things. And I'm certain that I already have enough seeds for that. And if I don't, I'm certain that my sisters or some of my neighbors has some that I can borrow or that they can give me. So I will not be buying any gardening seeds this year. Okay, guys. So these, like I said, are not in any sort of order. But the third thing that I will not be buying this year is cleaning supplies. And well, unless I run out. Because I have a back stock of cleaning supplies in my cabinet that I have not used up, that I've had for years. Like I'll buy a product and then I'm just like, I don't really like it, and or it bothers me, the smell kind of bothered me or whatever. And this year is the year that they're all getting used up and they're getting tossed out. Like I'm going to use them. I'll wear a mask if I need to, whatever, but I'm going to use them up and get them out of this and get them out of this house. Then once I run out, of course, I'm going to have to buy some unless somebody generously gives me some. But yeah, no cleaning supplies until I run out of what I've got. Every cleaning supply in this house will be used up before I buy any more. Also, art supplies. I don't know what y'all can see here behind me, but up here I have a bunch of art supplies. On this shelf down here, I have a bunch of art supplies. Everything from paints to brushes to watercolors to pastels to crayons, colored pencils, charcoals. I have all the art supplies, and so I don't need anything, and I'm not buying anything except maybe some canvases. I might need some canvases, but as far as like stuff to put on the canvases, I will not be buying any art supplies. This little girl has got to use some of this up before I buy any more. 5 is going to be magazines. No magazines. I haven't really bought a lot of magazines probably in the last 10-15 years, but some come in the mail that, and I don't even ask for them. Like a lot of seed catalogs, or catalogs instead of magazines, I guess I should say. Like a lot come in the mail, a lot of seed catalogs, a lot of clothing, advertisement catalogs. And I'm going to get on these websites and I'm going to ask them not to send them to me. The only one that I want to look at is Baker Creek. That's a seed catalog that I do want to look at because it's a beautiful magazine and I just like to look through it. I like to see the pictures and dream that all these are my gardens. Other than that, the rest of them, I'm going to ask them to not send me their magazines, or I don't know what I can do with them. I just don't want them in my house. I'm not going to bring them in and pile them up and keep them and like expect to look at them at some point, because I will not look at them. Here is another one that will shock a few people. No more flowers, the plant or the seeds. Last year I kind of got a little bit overwhelmed because I've reached my maximum with what I can handle. I have a bunch in my yard that I need to relocate. I may do that this year, relocate them. Since they have spread, I need to divide them up, relocate them in my yard, but I don't need to bring in any new plants unless it's a couple ferns. And all these can't have exceptions, Joe. They can't all have exceptions. No plants and flower seeds. It's just, it's too much. I've got too much on me. I can't handle it all. I can't do it all. I can't do it all. You have to pick. You have to pick. You have to make priorities. You have to let some things go sometimes. Then that's what I'm going to let go. I'll take care of the plants I already have. No new ones this year. See, this is my issue, is that I want to do it all. I want to put out acres of flowers. I want to have acres of gardens. I want to do all the art. I want to read all the books. I want to go depth diving in my Bible. I want to do YouTube. I want to bake my own bread. I want to raise my goats. I want to raise chickens. I want to do it all myself. And like, my body sometimes is like, hold on, roll it back, girl. You have got to slow down. And so I have to just make some choices. So the flowers, I'm gonna have to slow down with the flowers a little bit, at least for now. Number 7 is gonna be puzzles, board games, and card games. We love to play like Face 10. I like Rummy Cube. My youngest son has so many like board games, and I like to do trivia. I like crosswords. There's so many we like to do. And when we're at the store and there's so many new games and I'm like all excited about, oh, this one would be fun for us to do, I'm tempted to bring new things in. But I have a puzzle sitting right here that we haven't completed yet. We have a Star Wars, like 1,000-piece puzzle that we haven't finished yet. We have some trivia that we haven't finished yet. I have some crosswords that I haven't done all of them yet. So there's a lot that we haven't finished or done completely, and I would just like to do all that and get like the puzzles. Once we do it once, that's going to be it. We're not going to do them more than once. So I'd like to finish up some of the things that can be finished up and move them on out to somebody else so that they're not in my house anymore. Just to clear out some of the space, just some flat spaces that I can wipe off and just have open space in here. Because even though I'm pretty minimal, and I've said this before, there's some things I'm not minimal about, and clearly art supplies, books, games is not it. I can be minimal with my towels, my dishes, my spoons, my forks, and all that kind of stuff, but you ain't taking my art supplies. Okay, number 8, body sprays. I am very sensitive to smells, but I do like me some Bath & Body Works body sprays. And I have had, at one point, probably 4 or 5 years ago, I probably had 20 body sprays at once. And slowly over like the last several years, I've gave them away to my nieces, to my sisters, to my neighbors, to my sister-in-laws. And, you know, right now I probably have 4 different ones that I actually can tolerate the smell of. It doesn't give me headaches. It's not too strong. And those are the ones that I'm going to use. And all of those are probably half full. I cannot see myself using up all 4 of those bottles by the end of the year. So I will not be buying any more Bath & Body Works body sprays this year. Number 9, going along with the smell topic, is laundry scent boosters. I've never bought these, so I won't be buying these in 2025. and I'm probably also, we could make this one number 10, is laundry detergent. Is it? That's not detergent. That's not what I'm talking about. Softener. Yeah, that's it. I was like, what am I talking about? Of course I'm buying detergent. Laundry softener. I'm not going to be buying the fabric softener. That's what it is. Fabric softener. Fabric softener. It's late, y'all. I should be in bed. Anyhow, I have dryer sheets that I can use, and I'll probably buy some more dryer sheets at some point. I have recently bought fabric softener, but it's just something I buy sometimes to make the clothes smell a little nicer, and it's not really a necessity, because even just with the dryer sheet, our clothes come out of the laundry soft and smelling good. So really it's just a waste of money. And if we're trying really hard to save money, then I think that in 2025 we can do without fabric softener. Number 11 is anything that is dry clean or hand wash only. Listen, we're in the boondocks. I'm taking care of my goats. We're taking care of the dogs. I'm working in the garden. I'm doing my flowers. I'm on my hands and knees out there digging in the dirt. If I'm at the garden, I'm scooting along on my rear end or on my knees or whatever. And yeah, I'm not a dry clean kind of person or a hand wash kind of I just don't have anything like that. I'm not going to buy anything like that. That's not even going to be on my radar in 2025. Number 12 is going to be food that is like a delivery food or a subscription service. So, for instance, like Walmart delivery, like I said, we live in the boondocks, in the backwoods, and Walmart is not going to deliver here. No grocery stores is going to deliver our groceries here. We don't have like Uber Eats. We don't have DoorDash. Even if I'm not going to be eating out anyway. But we don't have those kind of services here. I think maybe 30 minutes down the road, they might have some now. Recently, even if they had it in this area, they would not deliver to my house. So I'm definitely not going to be doing that. And then I know there are some like subscription services that you can buy. I can't even think of the names of them, but I do see people advertising it on YouTube sometimes. Like they order it and they'll send them a box in the mail. I'm not going to be doing that. No subscription service food boxes and that kind of thing for us in 2025. And I do want to say that if you guys do this stuff, that's perfectly fine. I'm just saying this is just stuff that I'm not going to be doing, because I'm doing a low buy, no buy year. And also I live in the backwoods, so a lot of these things are not even accessible to me to begin with. And then also it just doesn't fit in with my lifestyle. But if it fits in with yours, that's perfectly fine. So please don't take this as I'm saying you shouldn't do it. I'm just saying this is what I'm not doing. So please don't take offense. Number 13 is subscription services like Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, and all these things. We have none of that. We don't have cable TV, any of the satellite services or anything that you have to pay for entertainment. We don't have any of that kind of stuff. The only subscription that we pay for is Amazon Prime, and so we do pay for that. Since January, we haven't been buying anything. That's kind of been a waste. So if we make it through January without using that, me and Michael may discuss canceling it and see how long we can go without having to sign back up for that. Because right now we haven't been using it at all. So it may be beneficial to us to just cancel that also. Number 14, no paper towels. We normally don't buy a lot of paper towels. In general, I would say in a year, we might buy 3-4 packs of paper towels in a year. We just don't buy them. We have hand towels, we have kitchen towels, We have like cloth napkins, whatever, that we can clean our hands with. When we're eating, or we need to clean up a spill or whatever it is in the kitchen, we have something that can be washed and reused for every occasion there is in the kitchen. There's no need for us to buy a paper towel. So, and even if it's in another spot of the house that you might need something, we have cleaning rags. We have towels that are old towels for that are specifically used for that purpose. So we don't use paper towels. So that won't be a problem for us in 2025. No paper towels. We will not be buying, and this is number 15 by the way, any planners, calendars, notebooks, anything like that. I have extra supplies left from when my kids homeschooled that I still need to go through and get rid of a few things. Still over here on this shelf, I have gotten rid of like their homeschool books, but we still have like notebooks and things like that if we are not going to use up, I need to get rid of. Or if I need something to plan in, I'll use some half used up notebook that I still have left. I have one calendar for 2025 that I write everything on, and that's the only planner really that I need. And I'm not going to be buying any fancy $100 planners or anything like that. So that is also something I will not be buying in 2025. Number 16, I will not be buying any supplies for an office. A printer paper, ink, don't need it. I haven't had one in years. Even when we homeschooled, we made away without a printer. Very rarely, once or twice a year, did we have to have a printer. And at that point, we would go to the library and print what we needed. Most of the time, we could look at on the screen if we needed something printed, write down whatever it was that we needed printed out on a piece of paper and work it out ourselves like that. So we did not need a printer then. We don't need a printer now. Then as far as any other office supplies, paper clips, staples, stapler, all that kind of stuff, I still have tons of that from whenever I homeschooled. So I will not be buying anything like that in 2025. Number 17, candles and wax warmers, tarts, whatever you want to call them. Yeah, I won't be buying those in 2025. I get a lot of migraines. I'm really sensitive to smells, so we will not be buying any of that in 2025. Number 18, one-use appliances for the kitchen. I cannot talk. My brain and lips cannot coordinate themselves enough for me to talk. Sorry, guys. Anyway, I already have, it's been used today, so it's not sitting up there. I usually have an Instant Pot sitting right there. I have an Instant Pot. I have a microwave. I have a stove, a refrigerator. Essentially, that's what I need. I have a toaster and a coffee pot. There's nothing else that we really need on a daily basis. A lot of little gadgets out there, they are just for one use that I will not be buying. Things like coffee foamers, those things that foam up your coffee, I don't have a need for that. I won't be buying that. Those things that core out a pineapple, a knife will do the same thing. Same as those onion choppers, apple choppers. A knife does it all. I haven't had a need for one. I've made do all this time without it. I can make it through the rest of 2025 without it. No one-use appliances or gadgets in the kitchen. 19 would be seasonal decor. I'm not buying any seasonal decor this year. I rarely decorate for the holidays anyway, so it's not unusual for me not to buy for like all the seasons, but at Christmas I usually do go a little overboard. But right now I'm actually at my max or over my max of what I want to have, so I will not be buying anything else for the holidays. The only exception would be is if I did not have enough for trunk or treat at Halloween for the church. Still have all the stuff that I bought this year to use for next year. If for some reason a piece of that got tore up or didn't work or whatever, then I would of course replace it. But as long as everything works out, then I will not be buying any new decorations for any of the holidays or seasonal decor or anything like that in 2025. Number 20, no new books. I have this whole shelf crammed full of books. I have books in my bedroom. I have books sitting over here on my Bible study stuff that you can't see right here is one of them. It's one of my Bibles. But I have enough books that I can not possibly read them all in 2025. I'm hoping to get quite a bit of them read and out of here this year. So no new books. Unless somebody buys me one and gifts it to me, I will not be buying any new books this year. Number 21, razors. I will not be buying any razors this year. I did not quit shaving. I did not quit shaving my legs and armpits. Some ladies do not do that, and that's fine. Whatever they desire to do. But I usually use an electric razor, and that works perfectly fine for me. So I will continue to use that unless that messes up. Then I will not have a need to buy any razors for myself. Number 22 is going to be feminine hygiene products. First of all, I do not need feminine hygiene products because I've had a hysterectomy. So I will not be buying those in 2025. But if I were to still be having my menstrual cycle, I would not be buying tampons and pads to take care of that. I would buy a one-time menstrual cup and use that. None of that for me in 2025. Also, things that I will not be doing in 2025 is buying dye for my hair. I have not dyed my hair since about 2018, and I don't plan on doing it in 2025. So that was number 23. I will not be buying dye to dye my hair in 2025. Another thing I will not be doing is buying hair tools. So that's number 24. I will not be buying hair tools for my hair in 2025. Only time I ever really fix my hair that I need to use a tool on it is on Sunday when I'm going to church. And then usually it's only a straightener or a crimping iron or a curling wand. And that's it. I don't need any other fancy apparatuses. So I will not be buying any tools for my hair in 2025. Fifth thing, but I might have a couple more for you. We'll see if I have any bonus ones. But number 25 is I will not be getting manis or pedis in 2025. I have never had my nails done. I've never had a mani or a pedi, and I will probably never in my life have it done. I'm too tomboyish. I'm always, like I said, digging in the dirt, helping Michael work on cars, taking care of the goats, running around barefoot. I live in the backwoods. I'm a hillbilly. I'm too tomboyish. It wouldn't last me. It would be a waste of money. So that is not something that's on the radar for me. So I will not be doing that in 2025. Will be number 26, and this will be the final one. Another thing that I will not be doing or will not be buying in 2025 is I will not be buying makeup. I have all the makeup that I need. I usually only wear makeup going to church or if me and Michael go out on a date. I rarely put on makeup any other time unless I'm just feeling like I'm having a self-care day and I'm like, I really am feeling down and I need to get myself looking halfway decent, then I'll put on some makeup. Or if it's a day when my autoimmune issues are all flared up and my face is horrible, I'll put on a little bit of makeup. But anyway, other than that, I don't wear it much. And so this year, I have what I need. And unless I run out of something that I use all the time, I will not be buying any makeup in 2025. So that's 26 things that I won't be buying this year. And I would love to know, is there something that you will not be buying in 2025? And I'm thankful that you guys have stayed with me this long and that you've put up with my rambling and my mispronunciations and the words that don't come out right and just my silly, goofy self. Anyway, thanks guys for being here. Until next time, I love y'all. It's time to scoot, little newt.